You know how sometimes a single breath can feel like the hinge on which the whole day turns. One breath taken with awareness, and suddenly the noise fades, and the next thought arrives, cleaner, sharper, kinder. That's where all of this begins. Because the deeper lessons, the geometry, the symbols, the mathematics of meaning, they're not locked in the sky. They live in every ordinary moment you notice instead of react. When you notice, you channel. When you channel, you remember that intuition isn't something to earn. It's the language of your nervous system. Imagine a small child building a tower of blocks. Every piece they place is a choice. Trust the base, test the balance, reach higher. That's what spiritual practice is. Stacking choices of coherence until they form a structure strong enough to hold light. And here's the big picture. The one you already sense behind the words. Every time you choose stillness over panic, curiosity over judgment, gratitude over fear, you shift the equation of the world by a fraction of a percent. Do it often enough, and humanity tilts toward harmony. That's the real channeling, aligning one small nervous system with a larger field of peace. Now take this forward in imagination. You wake tomorrow and act from that place. Conversations soften, ideas land. The random chaos of the day arranges itself around purpose. People start saying, I don't know why, but I feel calmer when you're here. That's the benefit of applying these teachings. Not mystical, just the science of coherence spreading through relationship. If instead you ignored the intuition, dismissed the whisper, stayed locked in the old loop, you'd still learn, but the lesson would come harder. Through delay, repetition, frustration, not punishment, just feedback asking to be heard. So picture two futures. In one, you act on alignment, and the path opens like a well-timed door. In the other you hesitate, and the handle rusts. The difference is a single breath of trust. And from this moment, you can let the idea settle. Listening is leading. Every clear signal begins as silence. Every insight rides on the back of a question fully asked. And you can imagine right now that your mind, your body, your life are learning on their own to recognize that rhythm. Notice, breathe, act. Because the more you notice, the easier it becomes. The easier it becomes, the more naturally you act from coherence. And the more you act from coherence, the less you need to force anything. That's the loop closing, the spiral tightening, the lesson integrating. Not hypnotic control, just the human brain doing what it does best, learning through pattern. So take one last conscious breath, feeling it move through the same body that builds universes out of thought. Let the words fade and the practice remain. Notice, breathe, choose coherence. Let intuition be the bridge between what you know and what you're becoming.